Everyone, how you doing? You right? So when I was coming up with the idea for this cocktail, I had to ask myself the question of, what is it that we're trying to achieve as bartenders, world-class bartenders. So for me, you want something that goes back into history. Look at the classics. The classics, they all have a great story to tell. And for me, that's what I wanted to do in my cocktail. So I looked into the history of Kettle One, and the thing that stood out for me the most was the fact that it's got a great family history. Loads of heritage from 1691, so it's had distillery open for over 300 years. Absolutely incredible that it's gone through all the Second World War, it's gone through the First World War, went through Prohibition, came back and it stayed open. It's absolutely amazing feat. And I think that's absolutely brilliant. I want to get that sort of story into my drink. But the question is, what is my story? What am I trying to tell in my drink? So you've got your Harvey Wallbangers, you've got your Bellinis. They all tell a story. They elevate the drink. They mean something to someone. So this means something to me, and I want that family nostalgia, the heritage coming through that you have with Kettle One, and the Kettle, it just brings it beautifully together. So basically, right, so my sister's recently had a little boy, so I've just become an uncle. So that's terrible, that is terrible. He'll say kids or something. And basically, it's not been too well. I'm not going to pry on it, but he's doing a lot better now, so he's healthy, so it's worth celebrating. So I want to celebrate this fact that, we've got a new member in our family, and celebrating Kettle One, how good the heritage is, how good the product is. So we call him Pup. His real name's Toby, but we call him Pup. We took him out around Liverpool, little sweet shop called Bold Street Sweets. Walked into the sweet shop and he just had this massive smile on his face. Went absolutely mental for the scent of the sweet shop. So I thought I need to get this into my drink. I really want to recreate this feeling. Similar sort of feeling I would imagine that family would get when they're going through that final preparation of producing the spirit, where they have to be there. It's always got to be a family member. I can just picture them standing there, having a sip. Is that good? And they have that smile on the face. This is great product. I'm happy with that. Let's sign it off. Let's get it out and give the world our great product. So we went into the shop to get some rhubarb and custard sweets. So I need to make sure that I get that into my drink. Brings me into my first ingredient, which is a rhubarb and custard sugar syrup, which I've made myself. So 25 mils of this. Followed by Briatette rhubarb. So we've got some very sweet ingredients coming in, so I need to balance this out with some acidity, not for flavour, just to balance the drink out. So 25 mils of freshly squeezed lemon juice. My own in-house made rhubarb and custard Kettle One infused bitters. And of course, last but very not least, Kettle One 100% wheat, copper pot stilled and column stilled as well, giving it a really sweet taste. And then, because I want to get the same scent that we had when Toby went, or Little Pup went into the sweet shop, a little bit of egg white to get that foam, so when you nose the drink, you instantly smell the rhubarb and custard, you get all these flavours coming through. But yeah, this is a very sweet drink, so what I've done here in the rinsed glass, we've got some lemongrass and custard essence. The lemongrass is just going to cut through it, and the custard is going to highlight the custard flavour as well, okay? Just going to put that in, do a little dry shake, followed by a wet shake. 100% sure. I think it was to do with hitting the US market and making it more, it's the first place that they've ever done advertisement, ever. So I think it was to do with that, to make it more approachable for the American cousins, you know what I mean? I think it's that. That one, yeah. In joke, sorry.
About 2 minutes left.
Cool.
Yeah, you're on my fully unloaded.
Finished it off with just some freeze-dried rose petals. Again, just for fragrance, and it looks pretty as well. And then, just to make it feel like we are in a sweet shop, some sweet shop perfume. And that'll give you a family heirloom. That's it.